In 2021, over 300 search and rescue operations were conducted inside America's national parks. Most ended with someone found, some ended with a body, and some ended with nothing. No footprints, no scent trails, no sounds, and no answers. One rescued hiker in the Smokies said the forest went completely silent. No birds, no insects, right before the fog rolled in. Experienced search teams say that kind of silence usually means a predator is nearby. Let that hang. Silence is scarier than monsters. And here's the part that keeps me up. Search teams say that most dangerous moment isn't when someone realizes they're lost. It's the moment when they think they found the way back. Because that's when people stop conserving energy. That's when they go deeper, and sometimes that's when they disappear for good. Welcome to Nightly Haven. I'm your host, Nikki. If you're drawn to the dark, the strange, and unusual, where beauty hides something deeper, you're exactly where you belong. Tonight, we're not talking about generic missing persons cases. We're talking about patterns, because when you zoom out, when you stop looking at individual tragedy and start looking at geography, something unsettling appears. Clusters. Search failures that don't make sense. Sudden weather shifts. Survivors and stories that feel off. And here's the thing, nature doesn't need walls to trap you. Over 3 million visitors a year, granite giants like El Capitan, waterfalls that look like heaven spilled over cliffs, miles of wilderness that feel untouched by time. But Yosemite has become known quietly for something else. Repeated disappearance within specific regions of the park, not random, clustered. Yosemite's terrain is not forgiving. Sheer granite drop-offs, thick forest canopies that swallow visibility, fast rivers that don't need to return what they take. Sudden elevation shifts, snowstorms that move in faster than forecast predicts. Search and rescue teams here are elite, highly trained, rapid response, and yet there are cases where tracking dogs stop abruptly, scent trails vanish, personal belongings are found in strange placements. Bodies are discovered in areas previously searched multiple times. Now, let's be clear, there are logical explanations for many of these. Hypothermia, disorientation, animal scavenging, terrain blind spots, flash flooding. But what makes Yosemite stand out isn't difficulty, it's recurrence. Certain trail systems, certain elevations, certain ravines, over and over again. Rescue teams have reported situations where weather conditions change unexpectedly mid-search. Fogs descend rapidly, radio signals weakened in certain pockets. Helicopters couldn't fly due to sudden wind shifts. Mountain weather is unpredictable, that's a fact, but survivors sometimes describe something else. A sense of being turned around suddenly, a silence that feels heavy, an overwhelming confusion even on marked trails. Now, let's shift east. The Smokies are the most visited national park in America. Ancient Appalachian ridgeline, myths that hang low. Biodiversity unmatched in the US, but this park also has one of the highest missing persons counts in the system. And here's where things get strange. The fog phenomenon. The Smokies are known for sudden fog banks, not light mist. Thick, rolling, visibility killing fog that moves fast. Survivors had described being engulfed suddenly, losing all sound, feeling like the forest shifted. Now again, fog plus forest equals disorientation. That's real. But there are repeated accounts of people found miles away from their intended route, children surviving days in cold conditions without major injury, hikers discovered in areas previously combed by search teams. Some are found barefoot, some are found elevated terrain they physically shouldn't have been able to climb in their condition. Search and rescue teams are not amateurs. These are coordinated operations with dogs, drones, thermal imaging, and yet certain areas produce repeat mysteries. Before we go too far into the high-strangeness, let's ground this. Wilderness changes the brain. Studies on survival psychology show that isolation alters perception, hypothermia causes paradoxical undressing, panic distorts time awareness, dehydration impacts cognitive function. People don't behave logically when they're lost. They walk uphill instead of downhill. They avoid water. They circle without realizing it. Nature amplifies every small mistake, and national parks are not theme parks. They are controlled wilderness. There's a difference. Here's where it gets interesting. Researchers have mapped disappearances in major parks clustering behavior, not just Yosemite, not just the Smokies, but multiple parks show concentration in boulder fields, swampy transition zones, dense canopy corridors, rapid weather shift elevations. Patterns often include separation from the group by small distance, sudden weather change, minimal evidence left behind, recovery, if any, in unexpected terrain. Is that supernatural? No. Is it statistically curious? Yes. Nature creates blind spots, acoustic shadows, magnetic variation pockets, terrain funnels that distort even experienced hikers, and humans overestimate the sense of direction constantly. This is where it shifts from data to personal accounts. Survivors have reported hearing their name called when no one was nearby, feeling watched, experienced sudden exhaustion that forced them to lie down, losing blocks of time. Now, trauma affects memories, so we don't jump to conclusions, but we also don't dismiss repeated experiences entirely. There's something psychologically powerful about deep wilderness. When you remove civilization noise, no traffic, no hum of electricity, no constant human presence, the mind fills in the silence, and sometimes with fear, sometimes with something else. Let's separate fact from fiction. There's no verified evidence of portals, no confirmed cryptid kidnappings, no documented supernatural abductions. But what we do have is extreme terrain, rapid weather systems, underprepared hikers, vast search areas, and the brutal reality that wilderness does not care. Search and rescue experts will tell you most disappearances come down to a wrong turn, a slip, exposure, overconfidence, and yet even experienced hikers vanished. Even well-equipped campers disappear. Even trained outdoorsmen get lost. And that's the part that unsettles people, because if it can happen to them, it could happen to anyone. Clusters doesn't mean conspiracy, it means geography. Certain landscapes are naturally dangerous in repeatable ways. Granite faces create fall zones. Fog-heavy valleys create distortion traps. River systems moves remain miles from entry points. Wildlife accelerates decomposition and evidence loss. Nature is efficient, and it hides its work well. That's not paranormal, that's power. We build cities to feel in control. We light streets, map neighborhoods, we number houses. But step far enough in Yosemite's granite silence or in the rolling fogs of the Smokies, and you are reminded of something ancient. You are small, and nature does not need walls to trap you. It only needs distance, weather, and one wrong step. This isn't about fear, it's about respect, because the most dangerous thing about the wilderness is how beautiful it is. If you found the deep dive intriguing, unsettling, or eye-opening, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And tell me in the comments, do you think these are just geography and psychology, or is there something about the deep wilderness we still don't understand? Until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and don't wander off too far from the trail. Have a good day, guys. Bye.